You're listening to Stories Through the Static. 104.7, The Between. The station that found you through the static. I'm DJ MoonGlade. Last time we talked about a scar, a date carved into the Sallier Oak that didn't fit the history books. EB, October 8th, 1910. Some of you called in. You said, "MoonGlade, the fire was in April. The date is wrong." You're right. The fire was in April. But EB wasn't remembering the fire. He was remembering the day he found what the fire left behind. And tonight, Vangie knows exactly what he dug up.
His name was Elias Broussard. That's your EB. He wasn't a historian. He was a scavenger. In 1910, after the Great Fire took the courthouse and the city hall, people were desperate. They sifted through the ash looking for melted silver, coins, anything that survived the heat. But Elias didn't dig in the ash. He dug where the fire stopped. He knew the Sallier Oak had survived. He figured if the tree lived, maybe whatever was buried under its roots lived too. On October 8th, 6 months after the smoke cleared, he went out at midnight. He had a shovel and a lantern. He dug on the south side, right where the roots twist up like knees. He hit something hard, not wood, not bone. It was a small metal box wrapped in oilcloth that had rotted away decades ago. Inside, there wasn't gold. There wasn't money. There was a brooch, a large purple amethyst set in silver. But the stone was cracked right down the center. Elias wrote in his journal that when he touched the stone, his hand went numb. He said it didn't feel cold. It felt loud. He didn't hear a sound with his ears. He heard it in his teeth, a sharp crack, like a gunshot, over and over again. Bang, silence. Bang, silence. You see, there's a theory called the stone tape. It says that intense emotional energy doesn't just vanish. It gets recorded, trapped in the quartz, in the limestone, in the amethyst. Elias held that brooch, and he didn't just hear the shot. He heard the voice, a laugh, low, arrogant, in French. Legend says Charles Sallier, the man this city is named for, suspected his wife was seeing the pirate Jean Lafitte. They say he took a shot at her right under that oak tree. He missed, or rather, something stopped the bullet. The amethyst shattered. The energy of that moment, the jealousy, the fear, the survival, slammed into the stone and stayed there for 100 years. Elias Broussard didn't keep the brooch. He couldn't. He said the noise of it kept him awake. The static in the stone was too strong. So he did the only thing he could think to do. He buried it again, deeper this time. And he carved his initials and the date into the bark above it. Not to claim it, but to warn us. Here lies the noise.
So, if you stand by the Sallier Oak today, and you tune your radio dial just right, or maybe if you just press your ear against the wood, you might hear a click, a bang, and a laugh that belongs to a dead pirate. The date wasn't a mistake. It was a timestamp on a recording that never stopped playing. This is 104.7. We play the hits, even the ones recorded in stone. Stay tuned, stay rooted, and careful what you dig up. This has been Stories Through the Static. 104.7, The Between. Stay tuned. And remember, the oldest signals don't need towers.